Missing client, shady finances, and an unsolved mystery. Nail tech diary true crime. Hey besties! Welcome back to the channel. You already know it's your girl, and today, we are not doing just a regular set of nails. Nope. Today's story is straight out of a Netflix series. Think Unsolved Mysteries meets The Nail Diaries. This one's got everything. A missing person, shady bank transfers, and a nail tech who found herself right in the middle of it all. So grab your drink, get cozy, and let's get into this wild ride. It started off like any other Monday. I had a 9 a.m. appointment with my regular Candace Morris. She was a 33-year-old accountant who always booked her appointments 3 weeks in advance, square tips, pink chrome, and never a minute late. At exactly 8:45 a.m., I was sanitizing my station, setting out my files, buffers, and prepping her soak bowl with warm lavender, water. But by 9:15, no Candace, no text, no call, nothing. Now listen, clients cancel, things happen. But something about it just felt off. She was the type to show up early, not vanish into thin air. Around 10:30, I finally checked my DMs and saw a weird message. It was from an account with no profile pic and just one post, a blurry photo of Candace's last nail set. The message said, "You're the last person who saw her. Be careful who you trust." No context, no name. I laughed nervously and screenshot it, but then I noticed something else. A notification from Zelle. Someone had sent me $150 with the note for silence. I didn't even have Zelle set up. By noon, I drove to the bank to ask what was going on. The teller looked at my ID, pulled up my account, and her whole face changed. She excused herself to get a manager. 2 minutes later, I'm sitting in a tiny office while a man in a gray suit tells me there have been 3 wire transfers made from Candace's business account to mine. Over $9,200 in total. All done this morning. I froze. What? I do nails, not fraud. They said I needed to talk to the police. So now I'm in this beige room with flickering lights being questioned like I'm in some CSI episode. The officer tells me Candace's fiancé reported her missing after she didn't come home from her nail appointment, aka me. But here's the thing. She never showed up. And when they pinged her phone, the last known location wasn't my salon. It was an abandoned condo complex 12 miles away on New Berlin Road. You ready for the kicker? They found one of my business cards on the passenger seat of her car. 2 days later, I'm scrolling TikTok because what else do you do after being accused of stealing and possibly witnessing a crime? And I stumble on a live video from a local urban explorer. He's in the same abandoned condos. And guess what's in the background? Candace, sitting on the floor, wearing a hoodie, alive, looking straight into the camera before the live cuts out. The video goes viral, cops rush to the location. By the time they get there, she's gone again, vanished. No more bank transfers, no more messages, just gone. By Wednesday afternoon, things had sort of calmed down until I got a new appointment request from someone named Maria C. No profile photo, just a note that said, "Heard you're good with Chrome. Can I book for tomorrow?" I was already on edge, but bills don't pay themselves. I confirmed for 11 a.m., prepaid only. She sent the money immediately, but something about her felt familiar. The phone number? The area code was different, but it was 1 digit off from Candace's. I couldn't shake the feeling, so I sent it to my best friend, Shay, who does tech stuff. She ran it through a reverse lookup app and sent me back a screenshot. It was a burner number, purchased 2 days ago, in cash at a gas station near the abandoned condos. So Thursday morning rolls around. I've got cameras set up in the shop now. Paranoia is real, okay? And I'm watching the door like a hawk. 11:00 hits. No one walks in. 11:07. Still nothing. At 11:13, I get a text from Maria. "Thanks for the inspo. You're a real one." Then my phone glitches. Like, full freeze. Black screen. When it finally restarts, my entire client calendar is wiped. No backups, just gone. But here's where it gets crazier. My security camera recorded something. Someone in a gray hoodie stood outside my shop for exactly 7 minutes and 26 seconds. Never came in. Never looked up at the camera. Just stood like they were waiting. On Friday, Shay calls me again, this time from a burner number of her own. She tells me she's been doing some digging into Candace's financials because apparently her accounting firm's website was shut down that morning. What she found, Candace was part of a shell company scheme. multiple fake businesses under her name tied to laundering money from crypto wallets. And guess what? My name and my business were listed under affiliate payouts in a ledger file on an encrypted drive. I was done. This wasn't just a missing person case, it was a financial cover-up, and I was being set up as the fall girl. I didn't sleep that night. Around 2:30 a.m., my phone buzzed one last time. It was a video. Candace in a dark room, whispering, "You were never supposed to see any of it. They think I'm dead. Let them." Then she smiles. Not scared. Calm. Like she wanted this. And just like that, the file deleted itself. Self-erasing. I reported everything to the police. Again. They told me she was now considered voluntarily missing and no longer a priority. So here I am, months later, back to doing nails, trying to act normal. But every now and then, I get weird texts. No number, no sender, just messages like, "You still look good in Chrome," or "Love the new setup. Candace hasn't been found. The money never touched my account again. And that burner account? Still watching my stories. If this ever turns into a Netflix doc, just know your girl told you first." So, a few days ago, I had this walk-in. Older woman, probably mid-50s, super polite, dressed like a lawyer. She booked under the name Rhonda and asked for a simple nude mani. But as I'm working, she casually drops, "It's crazy what happened to Candace. Do you think she's really gone?" I stopped mid-file. I never mentioned her name. Not to this client, not online, not even in the salon. So I played it cool and said, "Oh, I haven't heard much." Then she smirked and said, "Smart. You never know who's listening." And then she tipped me $3 in cash, crisp, brand new bills. I watched her leave, and when I looked outside, she got into a car with no plates. That night, I couldn't sleep. I kept thinking about that Pinterest board, so I zoomed in on the photos. Something weird started to stand out. The chrome powder was shaped differently in each picture, like letters. I screenshotted everyone and started comparing. After about 2 hours, I realized it was a code. Letters formed from the reflection pattern. It spelled, "She hid the ledger in the UV light." I ran to the salon, unlocked my UV lamp, and yep, inside the panel was a tiny micro SD card taped under the bulbs. Don't ask me how I missed it before, but what was on it? Oh, baby. The SD card contained a spreadsheet, a big one, over 200 names, all listed under monthly payouts. Politicians, influencers, lawyers, and nail techs. One of them was from Atlanta, another from LA. A few were even listed as cleaners, whatever that means. I wasn't the only one being dragged into this mess. This was an operation. And Candace, she was either the mastermind or the leak. Suddenly, all those disappeared clients you see in Reddit threads and small-town Facebook groups didn't feel so random anymore. The next morning, I walked into the salon and found a small black box on my nail chair. No note, no label, just a matte box with a ribbon. I didn't want to touch it, but I did. Inside, a chrome nail tip, polished perfectly with the words, "You talk, you're next," etched into the back using a pin. My heart dropped. That was my signature chrome mix. Someone had been watching. Close. That's when I realized this wasn't just Candace's story anymore. I was officially part of it. So now, I keep my head on a swivel. My bookings are invite-only. I switched to cashless payments and stopped tagging my salon location. But sometimes, I feel it. Eyes on me. Like someone's always watching. And just last night, my Maria C. account viewed my story again. Besties, this mystery isn't over. Not by a long shot. And if I disappear, just know, it started with a no-show appointment and ended with chrome dust and secrets. Today, I got a notification that someone left a 1-star review on my booking site, but when I clicked to view it, it was already deleted. I only caught a glimpse of the first line. "She knows more than she's saying. She's not just a nail tech." I refreshed the page. Gone. No trace. Like it never existed. But when I checked my site analytics, traffic had spiked. Over 900 views. In less than 2 hours. All from private browsers, all from different states. Someone wanted eyes on me. Fast. And someone else didn't want that message seen. Later that afternoon, a small padded envelope was slipped into my salon mailbox. No postage, no sender. Inside, 6 press-on nails, blood red, coffin-shaped. Each one had a tiny number painted on the tip in white. 6, 1, 9, 2, 3, 7. I laid them out, trying to make sense of it. Area code, zip code, coordinates. Then I remembered 619 is Candace's old area code in California. The rest? I don't know yet, but something tells me it's not just decoration, it's a countdown. Or worse, a hit list. That night, I did one final set, chrome ombre just to clear my head. As I buffed the top coat and wiped the nails clean, I stared at the reflection. And for a split second, I saw her, Candace, behind me. Smiling, I turned around. No one was there. I'm not saying she's haunting me. I'm saying she never really left. And maybe, just maybe, she's not the only one. Right before midnight, my phone rang. Unknown number. I let it go to voicemail. When I played it back, all I heard was heavy breathing and what sounded like a nail drill. Then, just before the line cut off, a woman's voice whispered, "Not everyone gets to file away their past." I checked the call log, no number saved, no location, just unknown. Duration, 13 seconds. And when I tried to report it, the file disappeared off my phone completely. This morning, I woke up to a single appointment in my calendar. No name, no contact info, just a time, 11:06 a.m. The service? Full set, confidential client. There's no way to delete it. No way to reschedule. My app won't even let me close the booking window. It just says, client already en route. So yeah, I'll be at my salon. But if no one hears from me after 11:06, y'all better start your own investigation, because this nail set might just be my last. The next morning, 11:06 on the dot, my door creaked open. No chime, no knock, just the sound of heels on the tile. I looked up, and the woman from the Pinterest board walked in. The same set I never did, on her hands. She sat down, silent, pulled out a phone and slid it across the table to me. On the screen was a live feed of me from the salon's backroom camera, the one I never installed. She finally spoke. "It's your turn to vanish now, or play the game." Then she smiled and added, "Don't worry, Candace played too. She just didn't win." Before I could respond, everything went dark. My lights flickered, my drill whirred on by itself. And then, blackout, power cut. When it came back 30 seconds later, she was gone. The phone, gone. The footage, erased. All that was left on my nail desk was a single chrome tip with the number 2 etched in glitter. I don't know if it's a countdown or a second chance. But either way, besties, this mystery is far from over. And trust me, next time I'm not just doing nails. I'm digging graves. Later that night, as I locked up the salon, my phone buzzed with a notification. It was an appointment reminder from my own booking app. But the name on the client profile wasn't one I recognized. It was my own. Time, 3:33 a.m. service. Disappearance prep. Under notes, it simply read, "No reschedule, no refunds, no escape." Staying sanitary is a major must for nail girlies, whether you've got clients or you're just doing your own. A clean setup keeps your nails healthy, your content cute and professional, and shows your followers you really know your stuff. To the channel where mystery meets nail obsession, I break down chilling cases, shocking twists, and unsolved stories you won't stop thinking about. Disclaimer: the crime stories shared on this channel are fictional and created purely for entertainment purposes. Viewer discretion is advised, as the themes may still include sensitive or suspenseful content. Watch as I bring you thrilling tales well. Thanks for watching. If you're new here, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe, and tap the bell so you never miss an upload.